Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the new Temtem radars, as well as the Dojo Leader rematches that are now into the game, as of right now, in the game right now. So, firstly we're going to be talking about the Dojo rematches against the Dojo Leaders that you can do, and then we're going to be moving on to Temtem Raiders. Radars? Is there something that you get from completing the rematches? So, each week, players will get the chance to rematch each of the dojo leaders they've already beaten, right? Each week, the teams for the dojo masters will be completely different, and the Temtem that they use to fight you, I'm pretty sure don't have to be from their island. If I can remember correctly, I don't think so, and they also aren't like connected to the type of that person. Say if you go to Denise and you find a dojo leader there, she's not going to only have water and wind types. She's going to have a bunch of other types as well, like neutrals, who knows, electrics. And also, these battles will have competitive rule sets, so you will be picking and banning Tems. But be careful, because unlike actual PvP, your levels of your Temtem do not get buffed up to level 58, so if you're going with low levels, these guys are going to have max level Tems and you're just going to get destroyed. The Dojo Masters do all have level 58 Tems. You also, every time, so how the rewards work is, when you beat the Dojo Master, there's a set amount of pan stuns that you can get, and every time you lose, the amount drops. Now, I don't know what you get for beating them first try, because, you know, I'm not really that good at the game, but I got 6.3k from losing once and beating them the second time. So say you just lose once in every single Dojo Master, right? And you beat all four of the Dojo Masters, you get around 25k a week. It's not too bad. Obviously, with more islands, the amount of pants you'll be able to make in a week will go up by quite a bit. So over time, this is obviously going to become way more rewardful. And you don't need to rematch the other people in the gym as well. Other people in the dojo. As you're walking through the dojo and there's people you fought down first, just random people standing around, you don't need to fight them again. And this also does use your competitive team. So if you lose against Dojo Master, you don't have to go back and heal up your Tem. And if you want to change the team, the Tems in your team, you obviously have to go back to the place and change your competitive team instead. Always keep in mind that because it is competitive rule set, you can't heal your Tems whilst you're in the fight. You know, so if they're low on health, they're just going to die. You can't use bombs plus, or any of those things. Now, next we're going to talk about the rewards that you get from completing these. So, the rewards that you get from the Dojo Masters is the first 3 you defeat, you will get a Tem radar that tracks tracks a Tem, right, for that certain island. So say if I go and defeat the one in Denise, I'm gonna get a Tem radar out of a pool of Tem radars that will give me, say, help me track down something like a Pig Epic, or maybe Hocus, Banshee, all the ones that are strictly on that island you can get from it. So now we will talk about Tem Raiders, the actual rewards that you get from defeating these gym leaders. So the Temtem Raiders increase the chances of you finding a Luma Tem, and also increase the minimum amount of CVs, just like in Side Park. Oh, what the Tem Raiders do is when you get it, it will tell you a certain Tem, and this cannot be changed. It is a certain Tem, it will tell you what it can track. Now, you can either go to a spawn point where you find the evolved version, or, you know, first evolution line, or whatever you want to call it, of this Tem. Obviously, you're more than likely going to want to go for the lower evolution line version because it's easier to catch or defeat. But the best thing to do is to find the best spawn zone for the Tem that you were given. Now, while the radar is active, Temtem will spawn in the overworld, so you'll actually see them moving about around you, not in the bushes. You physically see them, as it is a Tem that follows you around. You'll see them move around on their own, doing a little thing. Now, sometimes these can take a while to spawning. Like when I was doing my normal field ones, it has like only I think it's a 70 or 80% encounter rate in that zone. So for me, it had to wait a few seconds for them to spawn in, and sometimes they can spawn in out of your field of vision, so it's something you really have to be careful of, because you can stand there for ages not seeing any. Then all you need to know is that you need to move around the bushes a bit more, get further away from where you are, and you will see some that have just been moving around the whole time. I do not know if there's a limit how many can spawn in the overworld at once. I'm gonna have to add this in, but Whilst doing this video, I tab out and I will tab back into Temtem, and there's ore fields everywhere in the overworld. Now, this is interesting because sometimes will it be worth you can just AFK in these spots, spawn in all the Tem, then go around and capture them all and AFK even more. Now I'm thinking that could be a bit of a strat, so you don't have to constantly run around everywhere searching for them. You AFK for however long until the maximum amount that can spawn in, and then you can go and capture them all like that. Now, that might be a good idea, might be a bad idea. I don't know what the limit to spawn in is. If I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on my... So after being AFK for a while, I did find that the limit of how many were on my screen at once was 6. My screen right now. So 6 might be the limit. I haven't seen any more right now, so I feel like 6 is the limit. I feel like that's the maximum you're gonna get. But this also raises the question, right? If there's other guys in your area farming the ore fields or farming the same Tem as you, do they see the same ones as you? I'd love to know the answer. If you guys do know this, please drop it down in the comments. And also, can they steal yours? And if there's another guy there, will more spawn in because there's 2 of you? It's spawning 1 in for both of you at a time. Now, this would mean that if you've got the same encounter thing as someone else, then it'll be way more efficient if you both go and farm at the same time, or if you both stay in the area, spawn a ton in, you know, go AFK, wait for them all to spawn in, and then go out in bursts. We can go capture them all, go back to being AFK, capture them all, go back to being AFK. Because to be honest, then you also decrease the chance of you running into a wild Tem. Because you know where you're going, you can avoid the bushes and easily find the Tem that you want to capture. Anyways, I'll let you get back to listening to past me, because you know this is all new, but if I do find out, I will be sure to put it in the comments. Now, approaching this Tem Road will obviously trigger the encounter, right? And defeating or capturing it will increase the chain that goes up. Now, running away from this encounter of the overworld Tem, you gotta note that that will break the chain, and that is not the only way to break the chain. Another way you can break the chain is by running away from the counter in overworld, right? Or defeating a Tem that you find in the bushes or anywhere, defeating one of those that is not the evolutionary, is not the Temtem species that is on the radar. So for example, when I was farming ore fields, I could get the Tem's ore fields in the overworld, and I was able to either capture or defeat them, and my chain would go up. Now if I was running around in the bushes and I encountered an ore field in the bush, I could kill that. I don't know about catching, I never tried, but I could kill that, and I could or I could run away from that, and that wouldn't make a difference. But if I was in the bushes, in the ore field bush where I was looking for, if I was just waiting for the overworld encounters and I ran around to try and find some, and I accidentally run into something like a blues or a Zephyroth, right? If I kill that, it will, the counters will go back down to the chances. No, the chain will go all the way back down to 0, right? So it might be quite confusing. I don't really know, but to me it's not. So basically, the main thing you just got to focus on is, you know, just do the encounters in the overworld. If you find any other Tem that's not the same species, then you want to run away from it. Sometimes it is safer if you're running out. So what can happen is the ones in the overworld can spawn on you. So if you're running around in the bushes and you encounter the same species as the one that you're hunting for to try and find the overworld, and you don't know if it's been a encounter in the bushes or one that spawned on you, I would say just kill it. Just be safe. You can literally kill the Tem species that you're hunting, and you can even run away from the ones you find in the bushes, but just be sure that if it's one that is on the radar and it spawned the overworld, do not run away from it. If you capture it or defeat it, otherwise the chain will break. And also, if you have a bonus active, right, which I'll go into what the bonuses are later, the whole radar will break if there's a bonus active. That will be gone, you can't get it back, can't repair it. It's all gone, right? And now, this is a thing that I don't know if mine glitched, mine broke, and obviously in the top right where it says how many I've chained for, disappeared too. When I come back online the next time, it's all back, and I can do the whole chain again. Don't know what that is. To be honest, I kind of wanted to get rid of mine. I'll go on to that a bit later, but okay, so first we're going to talk about the chain and the bonuses, right? So after you've reached 15 counters and defeated, so after you defeated and captured However many tem in the overworld, it will increase chances of certain things. So after doing that, after defeating or capturing 50 tems you find in the overworld, the encounters that you have a minimum SV value of 10, just like in Side Park on the non-Luma weeks, when they have a minimum SV values of 30. All the others that will have a minimum SV value of 10. And then continue on that chain, and if you capture or defeat 50 more to bring you to 100 counters, the minimum SV value will be 20. Now if you capture or defeat another 100 and reach 200 encounters, your Luma chances will start being raised. So once you reach 200, the Luma chances will be multiplied by 5, which is 1 out of 1,600, or 0.06%. And you can do this for 100 more encounters until you reach 300 encounters, when the multiplier will be times by 10. And now you have 1 out of 800 chance of getting a Luma, which is the same odds of when you breed a Luma with a non-Luma and you get that egg, and which also has a 1 out of 800 chance of being a Luma. Now this is 1.025%, and do note that once you reach 400 encounters, the radar will break. But I don't know if it's going to be gone forever, because mine broke and all of a sudden it's back. I'm pretty sure that was just a glitch. It will probably be fixed. Now after you reach 400 encounters, and after you've got that 400th tem and your radar breaks, it's not getting it back, it will be gone. And like I said before, you can get 3 radars a week, and each radar is obviously based on where you are. But if you already have a radar active, I did the gym fight whilst I had the radar active, and I did not get given a radar. But then again, this has glitched for me, so I'm taking this just as a glitch. I do not know though, if you guys could tell me if you've done this before, if you can stack the amount of radars you can have in your inventory. If I find out, I will put it in the comments, but I'm guessing because I had one active, that might have been the reason why it didn't let me put one in my inventory. I also can't deactivate the one I have that is active, and I can't switch it out because when I was doing the other gym fight, I did not get a radar from it. So I was hoping to break this one and go farm and do a gym fight and get a new one, but it's just not leaving me. I really don't want to do all fields because that was Luma last week. I already have a Luma one. I'm not really interested, but just coming back to haunt me, I guess. So I hope that gets fixed so I can get rid of that. Anyways, if you are getting a common tem that spawns in a small amount of bush, like a small square patch, right? Stay out of that. Don't even bother going in. There's no point. The tems will spawn in the overworld, be running around. There's no point in going into that small bush. It just increases your chance of getting an encounter in the bush, and you can be unsure whether that's a tem that was spawned in the overworld. You could run away from it. It just be a whole bunch of confusion stuff. Okay, so if it's a small bush, stay out of it. If it's a long strip, like I was doing with my ore fields, you're kind of screwed there. You're just gonna have to be careful with what you're killing and what you're running away from. But if it's a small bush, stay out of the bush and just wait for them to spawn in the overworld. And that's really all there is to it. I mean, Temtem raiders are quite easy to use, they're quite friendly. Some of it can be quite complicated, but I think it's only a little complicated, not that much that I really get into. If I've explained it in a complicated way, I'm sorry. If you weren't confused before, but you are confused now, I apologize for that. But like I said before, if there's any information that I haven't added in this video, it would be appreciated if you guys could just drop it down in the comments so I can make sure the information is correct. Also, if you could like and subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. And without a doubt, I'll see you guys in the next one.